Hey everyone, I'm so excited about the opportunity to get to speak with you for just a moment about the Nehemiah Project. Nehemiah was someone who was in captivity but had a heart for Zion, for Jerusalem, wanted to see the walls restored of the city that he was from. And so he goes to the king, not a godly king, an ungodly king. And he says, King, if you believe in who I am and you trust me, then I'm asking you right now to believe in Jerusalem and what God wants to do there. The place, the city on a hill that I believe in. That's what Nehemiah was saying. I want you to do the same thing. And that's what he did. The king gave him the opportunity and the ability to go to many different places and to get all of the assets that they needed so that they could build. In Nehemiah chapter 4, I want you to go read that whole thing, but specifically in that verse 16, it talks about that with one hand they worked and with the other hand they warred. And that's where we are in this season. We are with one hand going to build something that God has called us to build here on the hill. And in the other hand, we're going to continue to do the ecclesia things that God has called us to do. This is our time. This is our moment. And it's a perfect moment for you to be involved in. The building itself cost us $1.6 million. Because of the purchase that we made with the downtown building, we were able to sell that, put $150,000 down on this building, leaving us with a debt of $1.45. We also believe that it's going to take about $1 million to do a build out of the entire complex that we have here. That's a $2.5 million debt that we're heading into. One of the things that Jennifer and I think is that we want to split that between two entities. So Raising Arrows is going to take responsibility for about $1.25 million, and that leaves us, the storehouse, with the responsibility for the other $1.25. I feel like the Lord has given us the thought process of covenant blocks. We as a group of people are in covenant together, and these blocks will give you the opportunity to sow into this and for us to work together so that we can get rid of this debt and pay for everything, be debt-free in 5 years. We're going to agree together to be in partnership for 250 blocks at $5,000 a block. Now, that will equal $1.25 million at the end of 5 years. We're asking you, we're asking us as a group, over the next 5 years, we're gonna take 50 blocks a year. Now we feel like about 30 of those can come from inside of the house, and then about 20 blocks a year can come from outside of the house. How then can you be a part? Each block is going to be about $5,000. Now, there are some of us that are gonna be able to do that. You're gonna be able to go ahead and you're gonna be able to say, yeah, I'm signing up for that. That's about an extra $100 a week for the year. I'm there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna commit to that. Then there's those of us, I think if you saw Sunday, there are those of us that maybe can't do that, and we want to bind together with someone and say, hey, will you join with me? So, for instance, if a family like the Browns, Chandler and Jordan, join with another family like the Taylors, Josh and Lindsay, and they say, right now we can't do $100 a week, but we can do $50 a week. And they say, okay, we're gonna put our families together and we're gonna take a covenant block together. But let's say you're not even there. Let's say you need to add another family, a third family, or a fourth family, or a fifth family. It doesn't matter how many of the families it takes to come together, but what you're saying is we're going to take a block. We're going to covenant with this church. We're going to covenant with this remnant group of people. We're going to take a block and believe that God's going to do something special. Here's what I actually really believe in the midst of this. You're going to have miracles that occur for you. As you take that step past your tithe, and you are now giving in these offerings in this Nehemiah Project with us, you're going to recognize and begin to watch how God is going to bless your finances personally. My belief system is this, that the Browns and the Taylors, this year, as they're giving that, God's going to bless their finances, where they're going to be able to come back next year and say, next June, and say, hey, that first year we had to join together, but this year God has blessed me so much that I'm able to do a covenant block all by myself. That's what I think we're going to see, is that as we are beginning this process, we may be at one certain place right now, but as God anoints it, blesses it, puts His hand on it, we're going to see things just begin to open up, and God is going to do unbelievable things. You'll find one of these right now where you're at, or if you're watching online or wherever this is, you're going to find the ability to fill out one of these, giving the opportunity of saying what you're going to do for the year, 5,000, 2,500, 3,500, 15, whatever you're going to do for the year. Then it gives us the ability to put your name, your phone number on there, your email on there, so that we can reach back out to you, get you involved in the system, so that we're giving you regular updates of what's happening and what's going on. Now here's that second level, and that is people that you know. People that you know that are in this community that would want to be a part of something like this. Now you have the opportunity to reach out and tell those people about this project and how they can be involved, and watch the blessings of God that are going to bless this house. Watch it now bless them as they are in the middle of giving. We're so glad that you're taking an opportunity to be a part of this time with us. Go ahead, get one of these now. Fill out online if you're watching online. And let's all be a part of the Nehemiah Project.